In this video, I'll show you how to create dual lighting in Affinity. Let's get started. If you'd like to follow along with me, I've left a download link to the photo that I'll be using in the video description. To start off, make sure that your photo has two light sources. For this photo, you can see that we have light reflecting on the left side and a different light reflecting on the right side. So using these two light sources, we'll be able to apply a different color to each side to create this effect. So once you have your photo, the next step is making the background black. I think this effect looks better when we don't have a color in the background. So let's go ahead and remove this color. To do this, we'll need to make a selection. There are a lot of ways to make selections in Affinity, and in this video, just to save time, I'm going to use the Canva AI Studio. But just so you know, you totally don't need a Canva subscription to make selections. I'll leave a link in the video description that shows you how to do it for free. But for this video, I'm just going to click on the Select Subject button to save some time. Then I'll go back to the Pixel Studio. And now we have our subject selected, but I want to invert this selection so that we have the background selected. To do this, press Command or Control, Shift-I. So once you have the background selected, to turn it black, we can go to the top of the screen to Pixel, and then down to New Fill Layer. Now we can make this any color we want, so I'm just going to click and drag this to make it black. And then I'll deselect with Command or Control D. Okay, with the background finished, now we can go ahead and add in our first color. I'll go to our adjustments, and I'll apply the gradient map adjustment. Using this adjustment, I'm just going to click on this middle color stop, and I'll delete it. Then I'll go to the Shadows node, and I'll make this black. And then we can pick the color of the light source. So I think cyan looks really nice for this effect, so I'll make this a cyan color. That looks pretty nice. And then I'll click out of this and close this up. Now I only want this color to be affecting one of the sides, so we need to remove it from the opposite side. To do this, I'll grab the paintbrush, and then I'll make sure I'm painting in 0% hardness and a lower flow. That way I can gradually blend in my painting. Then I'll just paint in black paint over the right side to remove the cyan color. Okay, this looks pretty nice. Here's the before and after of adding in our first color. Now we can go ahead and repeat this for the second color. So I'll go to the adjustments, and I'll apply a gradient map adjustment again. I'll delete this middle color stop. I'll make the shadows black. And then we can add whatever color we want. I'm going to use a red color for this. And then I'll close out of this. And once again, we'll need to do some painting to remove it from the other side. Now that I've fully removed it from the left side, I'm just going to lightly paint down the middle to blend the two colors together. Since I have a low flow, you can see this is creating a mix of the two colors, and I think this is pretty realistic. So now we have our two colors, but you can see the image looks a little bit dark. So let's finish this off by brightening things back up. I'll go to our adjustments, and I'll apply a curves adjustment. Now, I want to keep the shadows very dark. I only want to affect the highlights. So to do this, I'm going to click and drag on this white point, and I'll bring it over, and you can see that this is making the bright parts of the image even brighter. I'm going to bring it halfway. I think that looks really nice for this picture. And now you can see the before and after. I think this looks a lot better now that it's brighter. And now I'll hold Shift to select all of the layers we worked on for this video so that you can see the before and after. And just like that, you've created 2 color light sources. Very nice. If you enjoyed this video, I'll leave a link in the video description to my free Affinity course. In the course, you'll learn 10 simple steps to make any photo amazing. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next Affinity Revolution tutorial.